Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I realize that for the past 5+ years, my channel has been labeled as being too critical of Kabam or too negative. And this is the kind of video that some people might point to and say, see, he's so critical. But I want to go on record to start this off. I wish I didn't have to talk about this. I wish this was not a thing. I wish the summoners that I've talked to behind the scenes that are so frustrated, they're not only ready to never spend a penny on this game again, they're ready to walk away. I wish they didn't have to go through that. And I feel like my channel gets to be their voice, to use whatever platform I have to just echo that frustration. I do think Kabam is trying their best, but I think they were violating the famous phrase, under promise and over deliver. In this case, it's over-promise and under-deliver. Because when they sent out the message now, days ago, that they had some solution locked and loaded and ready to go, it kind of gave the false impression that everything was going to come out pretty fast. And that everybody from Andy B to Master Smoke to so many others that suddenly had their solo rewards disappear, many of which had purchased thousands of dollars worth of purchases, maybe at least $1,000 plus. And some people, because I've heard the stories behind the scenes, they decided, because they were so close to getting Jessica Jones, to wail out at the last possible moment because it was worth it to them. And so this is not a traditional forum post. This is not a case where you have a bug in the game. Even a really annoying bug like the arena bug. Yeah, that sucks. That's annoying, but that doesn't involve hundreds of thousands of dollars of purchases. I think what's frustrating to these players is that because this still seemingly affects a small percentage, Kabam can kind of go radio silent, especially with the big guns being Kabam Jax and Kabam Mike, to give updates on this post. And if they just would comment, we're sorry for the delay, this is a little bit more complicated than we thought, we will get the rewards to you soon. While that's not the news that these summoners want to hear, at least it's an acknowledgement that they continue to work on it. And maybe in their heads, that's what they're doing. But if you don't say it, we don't know it. And in this case, you're just not seeing a lot of feedback. So you have a bunch of people after this, Kabam Jax. By the way, this is from July 6th, which is 6 days ago. We are working on getting an in-game message created and distributed all forum. Apologies for the inconvenience. Thank you for your patience. So, after that, July 6th message. Again, that's July 6th. It is now the 12th. Dude, what have you even been getting paid to do the last few days? Get your priorities straight. When you make this huge of a mistake, you don't go drop the new update anyway. Now y'all are trying to fix the new arena bugs when you should be fixing the solo rewards issue. I swear Kabam mods are pretty much Discord/Reddit mod tier imbeciles. Now those are fighting words. Pretty critical. But it's people like Uncle Willie's son, who I'm sure spent so many hundreds of dollars that they thought they would have at least an update by now. In one, K-Katsu. I'm not usually complaining on the internet, even though we do so within Alliance a lot, but this time just, come on, Kabam. Is this really, we have the solution locked and loaded situation? It's been almost 5 days since the event ended. Today is the second level up event since, still no gold, ISO, and champions to use it on. I can understand that there might be bigger issues than has higher priority because it affects more people. But you had the solution locked and loaded, so why does it take so long? We always do one step further arena bans, but 2 steps back arena and this event. Every time you touch the game in any way, it's so boring for us. So now, again, the end of that post, there's some fighting words. /Arcano. Okay, I'm a very patient person and have been so for a while now, but to address an issue in its first day and claiming to have a solution locked and loaded and still have nothing to even remotely back it up is mental. This problem has real money stapled with it, which a lot of people used. Like I said, I'm fine with waiting a bit, but don't say you have a solution locked and loaded. Again, they overpromised and underdelivered with that phrase. And then Why not have Mr. Negative Person? Yep. If I'll make the charge back, I won't spend money here anymore. Ignoring our messages, they show their complete incompetence and inadequacy. There's such a thing as a service. You demand money for something not small money. You have to provide it. Remember, if you do what some people are threatening and you just say, screw it, I want refunds for everything, your account's done. And if that's the conclusion that you want to go to, then the power is in your hands. But you will get the negative accounts for units, which I've known people who did that. And then they kept playing. And eventually, there was some kind of timer that had like an account basically say, okay, you're not going to pay us back, then we'll just delete it. We're not going to give you a chance to play even other modes of the game for free without giving us the money back. And so that's the risk you take. Does that happen always? I don't know, but that's at least a small case of what has happened in the past. I worry about the silence. Again, if Kabam Jax just came back on this forum post right now and said, look, we're sorry for the delay, we ran into some unexpected bugs, some coding issues, but we will get this rectified. And they have to, by the way. They legally have to. You cannot pay real hard-earned money and not get what you were promised because of an artificial deadline that ended early. You just can't do it. And so the silence is deafening. Now, the final thing I want to discuss with this is something that I was going to do a bigger video on, but Kabam has seemed to clarify this, and I figured they would. But when a couple people behind the scenes, including, I'm going to hide this real quick because I do not want to butcher the legend's name, Sej71, S-E-J-71. He reached out specifically in his own case, and what essentially happened was that they originally told him on the forums to go to the help chat, and then when they went to the help chat, they said, oh yeah, everybody's going to get compensation for this. He's like, everybody? What? Why everybody? And then I think the person who sent him this changed it back to just the people affected. Which, look, I'll take free compensation any day of the week, but not when it comes to this. Because I got what I paid for. I don't need or deserve anything more or less than that. These summoners didn't. They got screwed. And again, you might watch this video, or maybe not even watch this video. You might just see the title, go to the comments, and start, oh, Prof. Hoff, I wish he'd go away. He's so critical of Kabam. I don't want to report on this. But it's a scenario that's really messing with loyal players' money, their mental health, their emotional health, and their ability to enjoy the game, especially with the new patch week. So you better believe I'm going to not be afraid to talk about it. My advice to anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel that makes a difference or attempts to make a difference, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to go against something that may not sound the safest or the most PC. In this case, it's easier to just move on and ignore it, but it's not the right thing. And it would not be the right thing for me to ignore this. So that is the update. The silence is deafening. Hopefully we'll have another update sometime soon that this has been resolved. I look forward to hearing from these players that contacted me directly to cover this. Until then, we'll just be hoping and praying that it works out.